Welcome back to Module 2, Lesson 2. And in this session 2, I am going to talk about why you need to change your relationship beliefs. You might think that, your beliefs have got nothing to do with the breakups that you have. And I'm sure I've explained a bit of that in the previous video. And now I'm going to look at the reasons why you need to change them. And your relationship beliefs are associated with how you view another, how you perceive who they are, their character, and the imaginations that you create on what you think the future is going to hold with that person. It all comes from your beliefs. It's got nothing to do with who the other person is, but it's a lot more to do with what you believe is going to be when you are or when you come into a relationship with the other person. And your relationship beliefs also have the impact on how you choose. The choices that you will make depend on what you believe. And what you believe you need, what you believe the other person is going to be able to provide for you. So they do play a big role. So when you're hearing and when you're dating with this person, you're hearing what they're saying, your subconscious is working on, is it resonating with your beliefs or what is in your heart as to what you want? So sometimes it will close you up and you can't see the truth of what this relationship really is going to be. Because sometimes you sense it, you feel it in your heart, you know whether it's going to work or it's not going to work. There are some things that will make you think, is this the right one for us or not? But when you see these things, because of the power of the beliefs you have, it tends to override that sixth sense that's trying to show you and give you warnings as to this is not the right thing for you. I remember one day watching something on YouTube, I think, or Facebook, somewhere, one of those platforms, and there was this woman who and her husband, they were in court, and the reason they were in court was because the woman wanted divorce from her husband because he was too good. Can you believe that? He was too good. He cooked, he cleaned, he looked after her, and she did not want that. So see, her beliefs were more associated with a man that didn't do any of those things, but a man that was probably someone who was abusive and would demand or command. She was so upset to the point that the judge herself did not understand the reasoning or what this woman was talking about, why she wanted a divorce from such a man that so many other women are looking for. Women are looking for a good man that does all those things. And she had one and she didn't want one. She literally had run away from home because of that. Yes, she just said, it's too good for me. So you see, your beliefs can determine what you value in other people. And it also determines the value that you put on yourself. And when these values that you put on yourself are working unconsciously behind you, you don't make any sense. You see, it will be so obvious to other people that you are in the best situation ever, but it will not be, you will not be conscious of it. Or it will be very obvious to other people that you have just thrown yourself into a prison, but it will not be you will not be consciously aware of it. So the reason why you need to change them, so you can wake up and have a different perspective. The other reason you need to change your beliefs is because you are responsible for yourself and for those who look up to you. If you've got children, they will be looking up to you to see how you're running your life. If you've got one of those kids that will say, okay, my mom is running her life so bad, I don't want to be anything like her, then that can make a difference for that child. But if you have one of, any of those children that's just going through life the way you are going through life, then they are most likely going to carry your story and they will relive your story. You see, you end up with, having relationship with your children that are strained based on things that you could have changed. You see, there is so much conflict these days between parents and their own children because children believe differently and parents are acting differently, and these children don't want to be associated with what their parents do. And they kind of pull backwards, but at the same time, mom, dad, we all want a close relationship with our own children. They get married, they move away, you never see your grandchildren. Why? Because these behaviors, they are trying to run from the things that you could have changed, but you didn't know how to. But you have a chance now to change this so you can change generations, so you can have a family of unity and love and acceptance for who you are. Mistakes are made, but mistakes can be corrected. We are all here to learn to be creative beings that create something differently on this life in the midst of troubles and struggles and difficulties and all the things that are around us. But we are meant to create and change the things that have been corrected in the past, that have been miscreated in the past. So, so you have a responsibility of doing that for yourself, for your family, and for those that will look to you. You see, as we grow older, we become wiser. And as we become wiser, many people will want to come to you to ask help and to see how you have done this thing. Because many people are going through the same things that you're going through. Someone else will go through that pattern. And if you've come out on the other side of that pattern, they will want to learn something from you. So you need to start the work now, clearing yourself of these things so that you are leaving an inheritance that is clear and clean for those that are coming after you. And I know sometimes it's very difficult to teach your own children, especially if they've grown up. I have some here that are no longer listening to me, but they want to have other teachers because they've learned from me 18 years. And now they are ready to take something new from outside. They do come to me when they're saying, okay, this is difficult. I know you've done this. Can you help me with this? And I do help with that. But they are now open and wanting to learn things from outside, their own experiences and from things that I have not experienced. They go through those channels and they're picking up new things, and that's good. Maybe you will be one of those that they will learn from, but you've got to start up by clearing your life first. And another reason to change your belief system is how many ever days or months or years that you have left on this earth. You can live your life differently. You see, if you're living your life with the story that you have had in your 20s and your 30s and your 40s, or if you're in your 50s or if you're in your 70s, and you're still struggling with the stories that you've had in the past, you're still bitter and you're still vengeful and you still have all these other stories that you are carrying, it becomes a bit difficult for you to enjoy your life in the old age. Instead of having peace, you become bitter and angry. No one wants to come near you because they can't stand the bitterness or the resentment or the words that you speak. They are just too, hurtful. No one wants to be around you. So they avoid coming your way. So if you change those, and in your old age, you can become someone that is powerful and good. And you attract people that will come to you that are going to share your old life with you. You see, bitterness, resentment, anger, fear, and all the lower emotions that you keep inside of you, buried inside of you, they create an energy that people sense and they run from that. They are not running from you as an individual. They love you. You are their mother, your auntie, or whoever you are. But the energies that are in you create an energy that is hurtful. People can literally sense when they come around you the energy that you are carrying and that you are emitting, that you are vibrating it, that this is not what I want. You see, they tell you that you become who you hang around. So when you are around someone who has got a lot of negative energies that they are throwing out, they are judgmental, they are gossipers, and they are criticizers, and they murmur, and it brings people down. So you want to be in a level where your energy level is high. You are grateful, you are happy, you are an encourager, you are someone that people can look up to, and they can support you, and they can raise you like, okay, you are just a person they love to be around, and they honor you for that. And you can create a family of love around you, and you have plenty of people that will look after you. So there are so many reasons. You can come up with your own reasons why you need to change. Because if you don't change, some of the reasons you will need to change is loneliness. You will be on your own. And loneliness is not something anybody wants to have. So you have the choice whether you are going to change your beliefs or you're not. But these are some of the empowering words I can tell you. Some of these beliefs, it's a matter of thinking and deciding to change them. If you're having difficulties changing one, then please process it and let it be, and be grateful for it, for where it has taken you so far. I hope this is empowering you and encouraging you to change your beliefs. And I hope that when you start working on your beliefs, you persistently work on them, because you are going to come or to face resistance. And that resistance is the one that strengthens you, because once you get over or go past that resistance, that means you are creating anew. You have broken through the limitation. You have broken through where many people fail. So you persist until you come out of the other end. And when you come out of the other end, then you know you're never going to go back to that. But if you get scared of the resistance and you start to look for someone to blame and someone is responsible, you see, things are not going to change. They will remain the way they are until you change. You're awesome. And I thank you for being here. I will see you in the next video.